and gentlemen, I'm Hope Wood in California, and I have Malcolm Free here with me. He's in Texas, and we met in this online class that is, the name of it is Your Power Voice, and it was founded by the legendary Les Brown and his partner, Joe Tellerico. So first thing I want to say, Malcolm, thank you very, very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, Hope. I appreciate you and inviting me to do it. I mean, it's not often you get an invite to something like this.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Now, uh, I know 2020 was a very strange, awkward year for a lot of people, but regarding your family and loved ones and what is one positive takeaway that you guys experienced?
I mean, I understand that, saying it was a rough year, but I think for me and my family, it was a lot of self development, a lot of spending time with self, learning more about self, really getting engaged with each other, because I'm a business owner, she's a business owner, we was going different ways, and that gave us some time to reconnect and really try to fix some things around in our lives. So that was our biggest takeaway from 2020.
Cool. That's good. A lot of people are saying time spent together, slowing down. We live in a very, very busy world, and just a lot of people get cabin fever. However, yeah, there's when there's a door closes, a window will open, and that window is, a lot of people are saying, time spent together. Now, Malcolm, what prompted you to enroll in Les Brown's course?
Me personally, I had already been through a couple courses with Les Brown. It's just that, they were more on a different end, a different, different area. And like his Power of Success and then a couple other ones. But when it came to this one, the only thing that really got me to go into this one was, I wasn't a speaker. I wasn't trying to be a speaker, but I kept getting speaking engagements. I kept getting locked in and called for speaking engagements. So I figured I might as well make it a part of what I do. So when he came up, when I found out about the Power Voice, it was like, okay, who else is going to teach me better than Les Brown? So that's where that came at. So now, So, now that I can actually fulfill these dates as a speaker, because I just didn't see myself as a speaker at first.
Exactly. That's great. Now, whether it's the Wednesday night sessions or the materials or whatever, what would you say is your favorite, the parts that you enjoy the most?
The information is because you go through, like for me, I've been through different courses, different classes, different people, different things. But with Les Brown, it's more, it's more put together, right? It brings all of that stuff together for me. And then also, as far as the way, you get to see it, the you get to see Les Brown himself, like take somebody's story and then flip it and just make it have a whole, so much value to that story. So then you're like, okay, now you start seeing a picture of what Les Brown is about, why Les Brown is so great. And the community that we deal with, the community that we have, the Power Voice community, is being able to connect with all these different people from all these different genres, different areas of the world, right, et cetera, et cetera. So, you get to communicate and deal with different people from around the world, which makes it even more awesome.
Yes, I know one person I interviewed is in Jerusalem, another guy's in Greece, one gal's in Netherlands. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I have friends all over the globe already before the class, but now this is exciting. Now,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to ease into this next question, but you didn't. You almost did. Anyway, what would you say is the value that the course is adding to whatever you're doing already or were doing? How is this adding value to what you offer people?
Well, first thing first, I get to say that I was trained by Les Brown. That's the first thing. Second thing I would say is, you go through things and it's just going through that course, you learn how to put stuff in perspective. Like when I was speaking, I wasn't really speaking, I was teaching. And going through that course, I learned how to put it in perspective, how to put things in perspective, how to present it, right? And a lot of people, like, my presentations weren't, nobody complained about my presentations, but you know what I'm saying, I felt some kind of way about it. But now that I do presentations, it's like, okay, I know, right? It's like I have something there to say, okay, this is what Les Brown say do, so I'm gonna do this, and this. So it just gives me a little more confidence when I do speak, because I know I've been taught by Les Brown. I know I've been, what I'm saying, trained by John Tallarico. So there's nothing anybody can tell me now. I'm more cocky now.
It's gone. It's completely gone to your head now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I am going to put your contact information on the screen when I produce the video, so you guys can reach out to Malcolm, and that'll be wonderful. And this last question, whether you look at it as your mission, your calling, or if you want to, your business, whatever platform, how you want to frame it, describe for the audience what you offer people, basically. Just how would you explain what you do?
Well, technically, I'm a neuro coach, and I'm also a health coach. And what I do is, what I'm saying, as far as helping people find balance in life, and I use neuroscience techniques, strategies to help them do so. Because sometimes people tell you to do something and you don't really know why you're doing it. So I break it down to you. For instance, if somebody say, okay, we need to change your mindset. Well, I'm a firm believer that there's no way to change your mindset if you don't know what the mind is. So on the neuro end, I explain to you what the mind, I give you a version of the mind. Now that you know what that is, now we start getting into how to recreate that mind, how to readjust your mind, maybe maybe do some reframing because of some fears, some phobias, et cetera, before we really get to where you're trying to get in life. So we got to figure out where you are, and then have an idea of where you want to be, and try to get rid of the fears, the phobias, the hangups, right? All of those different things so that we can move you forward. And when I go out and I speak, this is what I'm speaking about, right? It's just, I take my lessons and I teach them and I speak with them.
And it's so applicable to many different scenarios, whether you're coaching one-on-one with somebody or if you're talking to a large corporation. Anytime
Right.
you think about changing behavior or habits, and it's a mind-bending task sometimes, and we can go for years and not even realize the emotion behind what we're doing, or
Right.
the mental thought process that became a habit from childhood or from years ago. We don't even know what's going, that is going on in the background a lot of
Well,
times.
most
And
of
you
our
and we
habits.
talked about this already, how I have such a fetish about the brain, and I'm so glad I met you in this class. I wouldn't know about that other training that you informed me of. I'm very grateful about that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about a lot of people, man, is you pick up a lot of habits when you're young. From 0 to 5, you pick up a lot of habits that you carry with you through life. And you don't really realize it because it's your norm. So it's your norm, your normal way of thinking, acting, and responding to life that may be stopping you from getting where you need to be. And we have to identify that and deal with that to move you forward. So, and that's one thing I had to do in order to take this class, in order to take this course. I had to go back and face myself and because at first I fought myself as far as taking, I fought against myself as far as taking this course, right? I came up with every excuse, every reason not to take the course, right? Every excuse. I didn't have the money. I didn't have, the money right then. I didn't have the time. I didn't have, I just came up with all kind of excuses. But then I had to face myself and realize that, what I'm saying, if it's something that I wanted, I could make it happen.
Hmm.
And that's where
Yes,
I had to go. And that's where I had to take myself. And that's what a lot of people have to do when they're trying to move forward in life.
that's true. That is so true. Well, like I said, I'm putting your contact information on the screen, and you guys jot it down before the video ends and reach out to Malcolm. It'll be wonderful. And thanks again, Malcolm, for taking the time. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you in class.
Okay. All right. You have a blessed day.
You too. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Malcolm. Ciao.
Ciao.